Once again, welcome back to the program. Week just passed by, and the spiritual journey which we have started, it's a great pleasure to once again welcome you to the program. The idea of starting this program is that our youngsters also get involved, and also we are trying to involve the other communities also, so that the right image of the Sikhs can be presented to them. So on this behalf, basically what we are talking about is that we last time talked about the concept of Guru Granth Sahib and what Mool Mantra means. The basic idea is to become a better human being, to live a pious life and also spread that happiness all around. उसी ਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ ਹਰ ਹਫਤੇ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ, ਇਸ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਖ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋੜ ਸਕੀਏ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਸਕੀਏ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਸੀ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਨਵੀਂ ਪਨੀਰੀ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੁੜ ਰਹੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ। ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਕਿ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਕੀ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਬਹਾਨਾ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਇਸ ਮਾਧਿਅਮ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜੋੜੋ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਸਕਾਲਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਵੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਹਫਤੇ ਜੋ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣੋ ਤੇ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ youtube.com/harpreetsingh show। ਉੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਐਪੀਸੋਡਸ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਸੁਣ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅਖੀਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਸਹੀ ਜਵਾਬ ਦਿਓਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਚੰਗੀ ਸਕਾਲਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ। ਸੋ ਆਓ ਅੱਜ ਇਸ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਜੋੜਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਬੰਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੰਡੋਲਾ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਕਾਫੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਲਈ। ਇੱਕ ਸੋਰਸ ਤੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਇਹ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਨੇ। ਇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ 100% ਜੋ ਹੈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੋਚ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਬਾਕੀ ਥਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਐਡ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੋ, ਕੁਝ ਇਨਪੁਟ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਕੀਏ। ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹਰਬੰਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੰਡੋਲਾ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਬ ਤੱਕ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਗੁਰਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਤੋਂ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਸਮਝਿਆ, ਅੱਗੇ ਜਪ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਜੀ ਆਨੂ ਜੀ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ
ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Last episode we discussed about Mool Mantra to Gurprasad. As you mentioned, Harpreetji, it's the we are trying to work out the Pavarth Gurbani, and it could be different people can different interpret. As we mentioned, there is criteria. You must stay within the general philosophy of Guru. So we start Bani. This here the Bani Jap Bani starts. Actually, on the Jap word, there are 2 bars on each side.
Right.
That shows this is the new Bani starting.
Okay.
And Jap consists of 2 sloks, one in the beginning, one at the end, and 38 pauriyan.
Right.
In Bani, the first Bani of Guru Nanak Sahib. And in this Bani, Harpreetji, let's talk about a minute that Guru Nanak has raised a big question. That there is a separation of human from its source, the God, the spirituality. And that how can we destroy that falsehood, that wall of ignorance to become spiritually awakened person. And Guru answers in 2 ways here. And one is live according to the will of God, which pana manana, hukam manana. The second is God is the trigger of virtues.
Right.
Guru says internalize the virtues and values to be like that God. They're the 2 themes of Gurbani throughout. Live according to the will of God. Internalize the values, Nirankar and immanent and transcendent. So Guru Nanak says the guide to realize God, divine wisdom, be a person of higher consciousness, truthful living is called Japna. Now the slok starts here. Ad Sach Jugad Sach, happy Sach Nanak, Hosi Pi Sach. Now in the last episode, Harpreetji, we talked about the definition of God. Right? We understood that.
Right.
Okay, if the God is truth, divine wisdom, Kudrat, transcendent, immanent, the way we discussed this last time, Kaukgirma Shogrupaya Jaka, now Viveko, wisdom, discriminating intellect we call, what is that gives us, empower us, what is right and wrong. Guru Nanak's God is Shabd Guru, Gyan Guru, Gurbani Guru, then this God is truth.
Right.
And it was truth in the beginning. Is it true in the past? Is true today and will be true forever in the future. Because what we discussed, God is. Truth is always eternal. There is a universal. And for example, love is truth. And this is true for all times. And that truth, how this truth originated, we will talk about a little later. We don't know that. Now we start with the Pauri 1, after the shloka Sachuga Sach. Nanak in this Pauri, Guru Nanak in this Pauri talks about how can a Sikh, any person, be a person of higher consciousness, spiritually elevated person. In this Pauri, RPG, Guru first talks about 4 ways. The prevalent religious philosophy of that time. Then after listing the 4 ways, Guru Nanak talk about his doctrine. And this methodology, all Guru Sahib have used in Gurbani. And sometimes the other 4 ways, the Guru's, it's not Guru's philosophy, but we take that as Guru's philosophy by mistake.
Right. Basically, he gives some examples, or he takes that particular thing into account to explain basically what his message is.
Yeah. Now, here is the good example. First Guru says, Socha soch na ho gayi, je socha lag. Soch means it's not thinking. Some people translate it as thinking. No, it's sucha rakhana. Guru says it was a common religious practice, Harbiji, to go to holy places, bathe in holy waters and rivers, and that your sins will be all washed away and achieve higher consciousness. And Guru says washing your body does not wash pollution of your mind.
Absolutely.
And tan tote man hacha na hue. How can a person which has the wicked thoughts turn to be a good human being by cleaning his or her body?
Right.
No. And here the question is how a dysfunctional mind, you can take bath, holy water millions of times, that without that will not happen. Guru says you can wash your body millions of times,
but
pollution of your mind will not change.
Well, here is a very important point what you have mentioned, because unfortunately this is a prevalent practice now in our religion also, whereas the Guru tells us that this is not going to clean us from inside, but we now have started propagating this. Go and have a bathe at a particular sarovar and all your sins will be washed away, which is against the concept of the Gurmat.
It is not logical. You talk to a 18, bold Canadian 20-year-old that can it change your mind? He would say, no, that's not possible. And this is not logical, that's not scientific, but people are doing that today as well. Now, Guru says, Chuppa chup na hovi je lai raha lavtar. This was a common religious practice that retire from the world and go to the forest, sit in a samadhi and take vow of silence, mental inactivity. Create a mental inactivity to achieve calmness of mind, freedom from emotions, tranquility, and achieve inner peace. And there's a Shabad of Kabir, actual Shabad, I don't remember that. Guru Kabir says, Man nu chup karaya jai nahi sakta. Mind is like a bird that flies in all direction. But mind can only be trained, can be changed to positive thoughts. For positive thoughts, sitting in silence will not quieten your mind, stop the mind from wandering all over.
Absolutely. And here again comes a point, Kandola Sahib, I just recently met somebody who told me that there is a new practice prevalent in the Sikhs now, Mon reh ke akhand path rakhna. So, whereas Guru is telling it, chuppe chup na hovi je liftar, and now we have started this process whereby akhand parts are being done, but just keeping your mouth shut. So, it's quite strange that which way are we going? Why are we not understanding the basic concept?
Well, that is one reason our young people just walking away.
That's right.
Because they say, no, it does not make sense. And the other thing I want to mention is your mind is a very, very powerful. Man, it's very powerful. Take you all directions. By just silencing it, by sitting in a quietness, it's not going to change. You have to change your mind. And another thing is the Gurbani, all Gurbani talks to your mind. It all talks to your mind.
That's right.
Change your behavior.
That's right.
And this way, sitting in a silence is not going to change your behavior because you're not internalizing anything.
Absolutely.
Now, and the next Guru says, "Bhukhiyan bhukh na utri je banna puriyan paar." Harpreet ji, 21st century people thought that the material wealth were worldly comforts, that material wealth will give them worldly comforts, will give peace, happiness, and but humans want more and more.
Right.
And they have completely miserably failed to derive happiness, inner peace from material successes.
Right.
And in fact, more stress, depression, suicide, dysfunctional, very collective dysfunctional, conscious dysfunctional is out there.
Right.
More mental diseases, stresses. So material things, people have success, but what you need, we need economic progress. Gurbani is not against economic progress. But Guru says material things is never going to be source of your inner peace, your mental peace, inner peace, tranquility, emotional stability. You can be a billionaire, but not achieve inner peace without a divine wisdom.
Absolutely. We'll continue further what Guru Sahib tells us after this break. What till now we have understood is that basically we generally hear a complaint from parents saying that our children are not following Sikhism. Well, how can they follow Sikhism when the basic concept is not being told to them? Well, Gurbani, we say it's very logical, it's scientific. But what we are doing today, is it scientific? Is it coming on to what Guru Sahib told us? We'll take a short break. वापस आएंगे, उसके बाद गलबात चलती रहेगी. देखते रहो द हरप्रीत सिंह शो.